Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu The Outer Worlds.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering.
So, wir sind hier bei der Groundbreaker Basis. Ich glaube, so heißt die.
Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours old. The posting, that is, not the criminal. Allegations include several counts of flying under the influence, carrying open alcoholic containers, failure to pay docking fees, resisting arrest, and assaulting not one but two officers. Swerving in the air was more like it. Then he crashed hard into the dock and tumbled out of his ship and fled on foot. Spilled Rizzo's Violet Spectrum vodka all over Officer Hartley. An affront of its own, considering none of us are approved for anything higher than green spectrum. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork. Oh, I will. Soon as the chief approves the personnel reorg required for a bounty dispatch. So, in about 3 to 7 weeks. You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope you're the lucky hunter, though. Good luck and skip speed to you. Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand? Then get to business or get moving. We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. Started back before the crossing, you know. The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Trailward Fleet. Folks started calling us Mardets because it was easier to say. Guess it stuck.
Oh. Okay, jetzt haben wir die Kopfgeldqueste. Kann ich da jetzt? Ah, okay, da darf ich nicht rein. Verstehe. Das kann ich nicht klauen, weil ich sonst hier erschossen werde oder gefangen genommen oder whatever. Das war nicht mal Diebstahl? Also, unabhängig davon, ob es jetzt jemand gesehen hat oder nicht. Ah ja, das sieht doch.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals.
Aber ich habe irgendwie kein gutes Gefühl, hier noch mehr mitzunehmen.
The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hard-working city.
So, dann wahrscheinlich hier rein, oder? Hi.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of
Werbedrohne. Das.
It's time for a KYO.
Was ist hier? Welcome. Ah, das ist eine Bar. Steht aber kein Name drüber. Wachtcrew, Dockarbeiter, Dockarbeiter.
Seeking relief from the heat? Till June Lay gets those radiators fixed, I've got the next best thing. Stellar Bay proper? Tough to say. The board recalled all the nav keys about 10 years back when the corpse pulled back to Terra 2. It's overrun with beasts, I heard. Big ones. Kinda chew your face off for fun. Might all be board propaganda, though. If you're aiming to get to Stellar Bay, you're gonna have to get your hands dirty. The board don't like them that truck with Monarch. But I ain't the one you ought to be asking. Try Gladys on the promenade. She'll fix you up. I hear tell some folk down in the townships are getting offered early retirement. Who'd think of such a thing? What would you do with all the time? The radiators, they're fucked 10 ways to Sunday. And we're all sweating buckets wondering when the powers that be are gonna get around to fixing it. Couldn't say, and I wouldn't be pouring drinks professionally if I could. All I know is we're cooking in our own juices here, and it's only gonna get worse. They're supposed to gather up all the heat the systems generate and vent it into space. Instead of the heat going where it ought, though, it seems to be blowing straight down the promenade.
Wird dann der Weltraum nicht irgendwann warm?
Weeks? I lost track. Too law-damn long. Engineering. Chief Junlei Tennyson, to be precise. She runs this heap. Best she can, anyway. Don't know what's got her dragging her heels, but I wish she'd hurry it up. That's not for me to say. But if you're feeling the urge toward helpfulness, you can find Chief Junlei in engineering.
Okay, als Maschinenraum muss ich mal.
Nothing you need and everything you want.
Tja, sieht tatsächlich so aus.
A new face. What's your pleasure? There's nobody who knows more about the station's guts. Any system you could name, June's crawled around inside and made it better. She doesn't come around here often, though. Don't see her as much of a drinker. Too straight-laced for that.
So. Kellner, Ingenieurin.
Hey there. What are you doing after work?
What you're doing after work?
My dad taught me some stuff about omelets and, fromage.
Ah,
Take a look
Lost
at that, Colonel.
Hope war Schlüsselkarte.
By all means. I would be astounded, yet astronomically in your debt.
Oh, yeah, there's nothing at all about eggs and cheese in here. Sorry.
Very helpful. Thank you.
Das kann ich jetzt wieder nicht mitnehmen. Genau. Oh, ist hier schlecht. Jo.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt
So, wer bist du?
advertisement for the fall.
Da können wir wahrscheinlich ein Minispiel machen. Medical Bay, Rest and Go.
You know that sound when you've snapped on an injector clip? Ah, that's how you know your weapon loves you back. I got a full line of weapon modifications I'd be happy to show you. Why, it gets you the weapon best suited for your lifestyle.
All the better for performing a little percussive maintenance.
Self-improvement, including one's weapons, is always a worthy endeavor.
Take your basic Deadeye assault rifle. Perfectly serviceable. But what if you like finesse? Slap a scope and silencer on that bad boy. Bunker down in a bush someplace and pop off heads. What if you like getting in close and making a lot of noise? Extended ammo magazine and a barrel heatsink to bump up rate of fire. Only takes a bit of elbow grease and a spot of engineering know-how. Most ships have a workbench near the cargo hold, Ours is in engineering. You could take your new toys over there if you feel like tinkering. No and yes. When you install something, it pops in there real nice, but if you want to replace it, the originals tend to snap like plastic toys. Right here for a start. I got a fair selection. Modified weapons are my specialty. A what? Sorry, hon. Here at Bell's Shells, we just don't discuss impolite topics, and WARRANTIES tops the list.
Wow.
So, what can I get you?
So, hat die vielleicht Dietriche? Auch nicht. Kein Schwein hat Dietriche. So, was gibt es hier noch so? Waste Disposal. Zwei von 4, 2 von 0, das ist doch geil.
I've seen you limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicker? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
Oh, geil.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicker. Don't worry. The captain and I'll take care of you.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
Oh, da kann man doch darüber. Das ist jetzt richtig interesting. Also die 3 Dietriche waren ja schon mal cool. Ah, aber da kann man jetzt nicht drauf, oder wie? Na gut. Ja, da kann man scheinbar auch noch hin. Aber dann über das Halcyon. Gut. Gucken wir mal noch darüber. Von da kam ich. Oh. Mantilarve. Das war jetzt gefährlich. Hätte ich da drauf geschossen und war zu nah dran, dann hätte ich mich wahrscheinlich selbst abgemurkst. So, haben manche Larven kein Loot. Oh, noch ein Dietrich, geil. So. Da geht's noch weiter.
If you can hear me, please hurry. The toilets overflowed on me at least. Thank you, stranger. Shit. You have no idea how good the air on Groundbreaker smells until you've been trapped in a tiny bathroom with an overflowing toilet. Thanks again, friend. What usually happens on this partially pressurized rust bucket? Something broke. Well, actually 2 things broke. First, the damn toilet overflowed. When I came to clean that up, the damn door decided to close and lock on me. Time stood still. I was aware of nothing but the smell. Ugh, could have been days. Ah, shit. That means I haven't clocked out in days. Song is gonna have my ass for wage theft. You're gonna shake me down after I was trapped in a shit-covered bathroom? Is that how it is? Fine. Here's every bit I've got. That enough for you, or do you want my shit-covered clothes as well? I will. I will preserve my dignity. No one can take that away from me.
Okay. Ja, ist natürlich eine scheiß Situation. So, dann gehen wir da mal noch raus. Gucken, ob da noch irgendwas Kleines vielleicht rumliegt. Es scheint nur zum Umgehen von den Viechern zu sein. Wobei das eigentlich wenig Sinn macht, weil die ja eigentlich überall waren. Aber gut. Dann gehen wir hier rüber. Und schauen mal, wo wir hier jetzt rauskommen.
You don't seem to like traveling with us much.
Why in the architect's name would you say that?
It's
Aber
just that you're
hier
real
ist niemand.
grouchy. kinda all the time?
I'm not grouchy. I'm just irritated by inane questions.
Yeah, see, when you say it like that,
Ah.
it makes me wonder.
Ich jetzt die Schlüsselkarte habe. Taktische Schrotflinte. Gott. Schreck gekriegt, weil ich dachte, die Tür geht auf. So, habe ich alles. Ah ja, jetzt sind wir wieder hier. Okay. Okay. Falsche Richtung. So, nochmal gucken. Also, wir waren bei ihr. Wir waren hier drin. Habe ich dabei jetzt alles erkundet gehabt? Nee, ne? Wir waren da. Das kann ich jetzt hacken.
I was wondering what they do with their waste. I guess they just dump it down here. Where's it all go?
Oh, noch ein Viech. Shit.
How about I stay up top? You know, keep watch. Okay?
Frankie hat einen Tipp auf ein paar Bergungsgüter erhalten. Einer der alten Hangars der Groundbreaker war abgesperrt, bis ihn wer gefunden hat, als er bei den Dockarbeiten rumspioniert hat. Lilia will, dass wir dort ihre Flagge hissen, sobald wir die Neuankömmlinge entfernt haben. Aber erstmal darfst du da Aufklärung betreiben. Suche nach einem losen Panel, klettere hoch auf die Betten- und Zurückwand. Lilia sagt, dass wir wir sollten aufpassen. Sie glaubt, uns folge irgendwer. Naja, typisch Lilia. Ja, irgendwer hat zumindest hier abgemuckst. Aber da kommt man jetzt auch nicht runter, oder? Sieht doch nicht so unbedingt aus, als wollte man da runter. 100 Erfahrung, also das muss man schon mitnehmen. So, dann sind halt meine Dietrich gleich wieder weg.
Great work. What do you think you're doing?
Hallo? Ich habe dich gerade gerettet.
Just be careful next time. Go.
Tollwütiges Breath. Ist gar nicht so gut, dass die hier wuseln. Ja, das ist ausgerechnet der Typ, den ich gerade gerettet habe, mir übermasseln will. War jetzt auch nicht so ideal. Jetzt schon wieder gelandet. Waffenkammer? Da komme ich jetzt wieder nicht raus. Tja. Ah, bin wieder überladen. Es ist anstrengend, Leute. Plasmagewehr. Zweimal. Ich weiß halt nicht, ob ich da mal Sachen aussortieren sollte. Warum ist das jetzt rot? Ja. Schau an, schau an. Habe ich tatsächlich noch ein doppeltes übersehen. Und das haben wir auch mal weg. So, Private Taylor. Gut. So, da hoch gehen wir dann noch nicht. Und machen wir jetzt erstmal noch hier die Seite.
I know she's in there, Mfuru. You can't keep me out of there.
Please don't make a scene, Doc.
I'm sorry. Am I causing a scene? See, Mfuru? We could have avoided all this unpleasantness if you just let me talk to Jesse in the first place. Let me get one thing straight. Jesse and I are not friends. I just owe her, okay? As for the rest, I'm trying to figure that out. All I know is that she's been here too long, and she's apparently not receiving visitors. Be my guest. If you know something I don't about dealing with hospital bureaucracy, I'll be impressed.
Also muss ich jetzt versuchen, den zu bequatschen, dass ich da rein darf, oder wie?
What seems to be the problem? If only my other patients had so many inquiring after them. I'll tell you what I've told the others. The records say Miss Doyle checked herself in and requested I admit no visitors. The requests of our patients are paramount, so no, you may not see her. She's not my patient. I'm certain no one on my staff would falsify patient records, if that's what you're implying. Not without dispensation from Chief Junlei, I fear. Supplies are hard to come by out here. We don't have the ability to manufacture our own medical supplies here on Groundbreaker. Regrettably, we are dependent on the board for such mundane items as bandages and antibiotics, as well as more critical resources like adequately trained staff. We'd nearly signed a supply agreement with Anti-Cleos, but they demanded we only use their branded drugs, and that's simply not tenable. Take care.
War ja jetzt nicht so erfolgreich.
Can't say I've seen you before. I take it you're a freighter captain? If you're here to better yourself, you'll have to wait. We're having a spot of trouble with our delivery service. Did he now? The mouth on that man. I swear his late mother'd be ashamed. He must be referring to Irion. I'm sure the fool's gotten himself into another scrape. I'm beginning to wonder if I'm ever gonna get my service mechanicals at this rate. I'd be grateful if you'd spare the time. We need his delivery soon as yesterday. Last he told me, he was taking a shortcut by Scylla, an asteroid in the Charybdis cluster. That's where I'd start, were I the adventuring type. You look out, though. The place is probably crawling with outlaws.
Ja,
Keep hanging
Moment.
around and I'll begin to think you're here for me. What can I do for you?
Oh.
You have yourself a day then.
Man muss immer nach oben gucken, um zu sehen, wie die heißen. Oder ob die einen Namen haben. Finde ich irgendwie nicht so ideal. Medizinischer Patientenbericht. Patient verspürt ungewöhnliche Nebenwirkungen nach der Dekryonisierung der letzten Reise. Beklagt sich über längere Tage und mehr Langeweile, als würde die Zeit selbst langsamer werden. So schwere Komplikationen habe ich noch nie erlebt. Habe eine höhere Stimmdosierung verschrieben. Ich bin zwar optimistisch, was die Symptombehandlung angeht, aber der Ursprung macht mir Sorgen. Ich werde mich bei ein paar Megafrachter-Crews und einigen Konzernärzten auf Terra 2 melden. Aktualisierung. Ich habe erfahren, dass interstellare Mannschaften das Phänomen als Sprunggrippe kennen und jeder jemanden kennt, der das schon mal hatte. In extremen Fällen ruiniert es Körper und Geist des Betreffenden komplett. Vorstandsmediziner, die wenigen, die mir geantwortet haben, bestanden darauf, dass sich der Patient die Symptome ausdenke, um seine Pflichten zu vernachlässigen. Ich glaube nicht, dass mein Patient simuliert, aber wie beweise ich das, wenn der Vorstand sich nicht mal meine Indizien anschauen will? Ja, es ist schwierig. So. Also, kranker Mardet. Ich suche ja bloß die Jenny. Ah ja. Jetzt kann ich hier rein, wenn ich das richtig verstehe, oder? So, dein Holomantel ist aktiv. Du hast da zeitweilig Zugang zu diesem Sperrgebiet. Bewegung verbraucht Energie des Mantels. Wenn die Energie aufgebaut ist, werden die Wachen zurückgestellt. Wenn du aus einem sicheren Verhör herausfinden kannst, wird der Mantel zurückgesetzt, aber weitere Verhöre werden schwieriger. Ah ja.
You're sure this is perfectly safe? I'd rather not die early of an infectious disease myself.
Gott. Ich werde erschrocken. Ich kann natürlich auch jederzeit wieder umkehren, wenn ich merke, dass die Energie zu knapp wird. Versperrt. Ah.
You hull-headed quacks do know that restful recuperation requires not being disturbed, don't you? What? Why? Everything's fine. We're all fine here. No need for her to be worrying her pretty little head about me. I'm just terrible, dreadful sick is all. Got a cough that won't quit and sores all over my body. Highly, lethally contagious. But I'll be fine, so long as I'm left alone. Criminy. She really ain't gonna drop this, is she? Alright, okay. We can discuss this like the level-headed folk that we are. Seems I've got to do something before Ellie goes jabbering my business to anyone with one ear and an intent to listen.
The truth is, I'm not sick. But if you repeat what I'm about to tell you to anyone, I will deny it with my dying breath. You, ain't with the board, are you? See, I owe them a lot. I might have missed a payment or two, and the other night I swear someone was following me back to my room. So I hold up here to lay low. What? No, I didn't do anything. I'm a law-abiding denizen of this ship, I swear. Think? No. I recognize a contracted killer when I see one, thank you. In my line of work, that's a skill you develop during week 1, assuming you want to keep breathing. Alright, I'll fess this part up too, if it means you'll help me. I'm a thief. I specialize in particularly high-end and historically valuable items. 3 weeks back, I caught rumor that the blood-tier diamond, last worn by an heiress on the Lost Hope, had surfaced for the first time in 70 years. If I had, you think I'd be hiding out in the med bay? I was gonna steal it, lined up Udom as my buyer. He paid half up front to finance the operation. Let's just say things went sideways about the time I got my hands on the diamond, and it crumbled to stardust in my palm. Anywho, I barely made it out with my life, and nary a plan to make back Udom's deposit I'd spent. Udom Bedford's the board guy on the station. He'd know how I stand with them. If you can square things for me, I'd owe you one even bigger than Ellie owes me. Thanks for helping me with the board. You're a real pal. Or I guess I should say, Ellie is one, huh?
True. So, wie sieht es denn levelmäßig aus? Dauert ja noch ewig. Gut, dann gehen wir jetzt mal hier schnell wieder raus. Das wird knapp. So, dann gehen wir trotzdem mal noch in die Richtung. Komme ich nicht rein. Okay. Dann hat sich das ja erstmal erledigt.
Any word on Jessie? Let's just say she did me a favor, and now I owe her. So, did you find her, or what? Good luck. The board's got an office on the promenade just before engineering. You can't miss it.
Ah ja, zum Engineering muss ich ja auch noch. Okay. Dann gehen wir jetzt mal noch hier rüber. Oh, das war einer.
Sorry about the heat. Chief Tennyson will get the radiators fixed soon. Of course, this heat sure makes a zero-G brew extra refreshing. It's an ale that's good for what ails you. Oh, and it's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. Taste the freedom. A lot of slogans to keep track of. Sometimes I forget. Heard of it? My orientation aetherwave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
Not the word I'd use. I think of it more like a... No, I take it back. Dump sums it up nicely.
Well, I liked it fine enough.
I'm sure they're doing their best. That's the Spacer's Choice spirit. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too.
Wow.
Anything and everything. Whatever you want, we got it. And when you need a replacement, we got that, too. Just the opposite. Spacer's Choice items are always new, hot off the shelves, because customers just can't stop buying new stuff. Oh, sorry. Got the line wrong. You want me to do it again? Okay, customer's always right. Thanks. Moving on. You could go broke buying overpriced Aramid gear, or you could buy from us at a much more reasonable rate. Well, this is just the beginning of a long, fruitful relationship. Who knows what discounts await the loyal customer? I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries. Please send any complaints to our Consumer Care Headwear Division. Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as a Spacer's Choice is affordable. I can see all of the top-quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog, which is available here at a reasonable price. Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering exciting new products to our customers. Sprat Wash, Mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting line of dental goods currently in development. Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like them on all of Groundbreaker, or anywhere in the Halcyon colony. Trouble sleeping? Try our Lunar Eclipse mix. That's 2 handfuls of pep pills washed down with a hearty swig of 2-hour energy brew. The blast will send you through the stratosphere, and the crash will knock you out cold, guaranteed. Add an additional 10% to your purchase today, and the proceeds will be donated to Spacer Cares, our premier corporate welfare program. At Spacer's Choice, we care about your health and emotional well-being. That's why we put Martin through 6 years of vendor school, only to make him wear this hat. Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now. Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice Lunar Green Moonmouth lozenges a part of you? Lunar Green, the future is spearmint. You would never ask if you knew what it's like in here. I mean, why, anyone can be a Spacer's Choice Consumer Relations Choice Specialist. Just keep your nose clean and aim for the moon. Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job, it may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have. If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be no worse than someone else's. Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most of this short life and try to be the best moon person I can be. It's fine. I should be stronger than this. Thanks for taking an interest. Speaking of interest, can I interest you in some quality budget goods? At Spacer's Choice, we cut corners so you don't have to.
So, bitte Dietriche. Also die Dietrich-Situation nervt mich schon extrem. Und wieso kriege ich hier so einen hohen Rabatt? Kann ich hier irgendwie nach Gewicht sortieren vielleicht? Ist das der Preis oder das Gewicht? Verkaufserlös, achso. 1000. Achso, Munition verkaufe ich aber ganz sicher nicht. Ja, das ist doch der Krempel, den keiner braucht. Ist das jetzt Gewicht pro Apfel oder insgesamt? Lösen aus. Ja, okay, ist insgesamt pro Teil. Also ich muss die Sachen raussuchen, die ich recht häufig habe. Das da zum Beispiel. Naja. Das könnte ich theoretisch alles klauen, ne? Das wäre jetzt fast ins Auge gegangen. So, dann schauen wir mal hier rein. Was war das? Rest and Go. Ah ja, hier ist die andere.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but folks never knew when to leave. Sorry. Business has been slow. Anything to occupy the time. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction you count from.
Sehr hilfreich.
Fine, as long as the board keeps its grubby mitts to itself. Chief Tennyson holds the ship together, the Promenade holds our economy together, and Sublight is the shoddy jewel in our rusty old crown. Our Chief Tennyson has an independent streak, same as her mother and grandmother who rode this ship on the crossing. There's a reason the board's embassy is a glorified shoebox. While Junlei Tennyson lives and breathes, Groundbreaker remains free. Our local garbage collectors. That Lilia Hagen never met a debris field she didn't like. She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I think there's more to it. She's unusual in the head, that one. Our local garbage...
Hier wollte ich doch.
Of course. Most of our supplies come and go through merchants. Company ships and salvage runs are the only traffic we tend to get. I try and steer clear of that creepy fellow in the moon mask. If there's a cost to being a company man, he paid it in spades.
So. Oh, das sieht genauso aus wie ein Ort, den ich gerne möchte. Das ist eine Go-Schlüsselkarte. Spinnt ihr? Die scheiß Tür vielleicht mal zu machen? Gott, ich brauche diese Schlüsselkarte.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
Gut, oben machen wir dann als nächstes. Ah.
Because she remembers you.
Jemand mit Name.
When you were sick, who took your temperature? When you were hungry, who gave you a needle full of life? Auntie Cleo, that's you. Have you given your auntie a hug today?
Now see here, I'm...
This has been
What was I doing again?
your only source for news in the Halcyon colony.
Damnable thing about living on a space station. No pigeons to feed.
Da. Spacker.
I don't have time for this.
Ah ja, das Glittis. Kurz noch hier in den Shop. Nix. Und wieder geht's nicht. Ich verstehe das nicht. Das können Sie schon mal erklären, wie das gedacht ist.
This is the simple truth. We are all molecular machines. The body is a collection of atoms. The mind is a consequence of chemical reactions. Therefore, our lives are predestined along a path that is only visible in retrospect. Life is fated and unstoppable.
I don't know, Mr. Vicar. That seems like quite a leap.
Oh, wo kommt der jetzt hier raus? Ja, auf jeden Fall getan. Das ist jetzt wieder Krankenstation? Ah, ja, okay. Mhm. Das ist der Raum in der Krankenstation, wo ich vorher nicht reinkam. Gut, dann gehen wir jetzt mal zu Gladys. Oh. Habe auch 2 Konzernfrachtern gearbeitet, bevor ich hier gestrandet bin. Jeder hat mich jammern gehört, keiner hat mir zugehört. Für die bin ich bloß Hintergrundstrahlung. War nicht meine Schuld, dass der Captain früher los wollte. War nicht meine Schuld, dass keiner das Mannschaftslog angeguckt hat. War nicht meine Schuld, dass sie mich einfach so ersetzt haben. Jetzt sitze ich hier im Dreck, ohne Bits und ohne Bett. Nicht anders als der restliche Groundbreaker-Müll hier. So lebe ich. Und wenn mich keiner in eine Mannschaft aufnimmt, sterbe ich so auch. Krass, die Stunde ist ja schon wieder fast rum. Ah, gibt es hier in den Toiletten noch was? Salbe. Oh. Den hole ich mir gleich noch. So, Gladys.
Bless my heart. A stranger come knocking on a poor old woman's door. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are? Made without a single natural ingredient, or an oven. Just like store-bought. Those have been the height of illegality since Stellar Bay turned their noses up at the board. You and I could be thrown to the void just for discussing such a transaction. Lucky for us, Groundbreaker's a free port. We're outside of the board's control. For the time being, at least. Now, I only have the one nav key. And they're hard to come by these days. It won't be cheap. If you find yourself lacking in the bits, I might have an opportunity you'd be interested in.
Ja, lass hören. Aber 10.000 Bits hätte ich ja locker.
Well, I find I'm in need of a ship captain with a little moral flexibility. Might be this could help out the Groundbreaker, as well as earn some bits. But if you've got qualms... Do you know Edna, over in engineering? Sweet as a pea, that one. On occasion, she'll pass along transmissions I might find interesting. She sent me a recording of a distress signal she'd scraped from the Groundbreaker's comm array. Curious thing is, it came from an outpost called Roseway. And Auntie Cleo abandoned that place years ago.
Roseway kommt mir bekannt vor, da war doch auch schon irgendwas.
You've got an ear for intrigue and a nose for bits. I like that. Here's a copy of the SOS recording, complete with the coordinates. If you should find a secret worth selling, might be I could find a buyer. Corporate bigwigs will pay top bit for inside information on their competitors. The more we got the corps fighting each other, the less time they got to meddle in our affairs. Don't forget to come find old Gladys when you're done. Might want to acquaint yourself with Junlei Tennyson, Groundbreaker's chief. She's been trying to get a handle on this heat problem we've got. You'll find her fretting in engineering. I'd say she's a sweet girl, but law forfend someone call me a liar. I found a handsome ceramic mandapillar at a salvage auction last week.
Oh ja. Ach. Storing ist aber auch manchmal ein bisschen umständlich.
Gracious. Yes, dearie? It's almost time. What do you want, then? My hard-earned wisdom? That's right, dearie. The only independent station in the colony. That's us. Though for how long, I can't say. That all depends on Miss Junlei. The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will. They've always got one scheme or another running, looking for ways to bring us to heel. Like this heat business. Shameful. But it won't work. No, ma'am. Groundbreaker's free till the day she dies, law willing. Go right ahead, sweetheart. Groundbreaker's radiators. Been neither fine nor dandy for weeks now. Miss Junlei's supposed to be getting them fixed, but the board's determined to get in her way. The board can't abide a community that won't bend to its will. They've always got one scheme or another running, looking for ways to bring us to heel. Like this heat business. Shameful. But it won't work. No, ma'am. Groundbreaker's free till the day she dies, law willing. Oh, a little of this, a little of that. I buy and sell items that require discretion to dispose of. Knickknacks. Curios. I also knit throw pillows stuffed with the hair of famous tossball players. But that's more of a passion project.
What about non-famous players? I earned quite a reputation as a fifth back during my seminary days.
You do have a favorable mop, I must say. But that's not what you wanted to talk about, is it, dear? Ask the common folk, and they'll tell you it's on account of all the monsters on Monarch desperate to gobble you up. Because that's what the board tells them, you see. I think they made some fool mistake that would make them look bad to the rest of the colony, and they're trying to hide the evidence. Those board folk are real prideful-like. Never want you looking behind the curtain, lest you see their derrieres. But old Gladys knows the score. The whole colony's not much more than a diorama, showcasing one board screw-up after another. That's why we gotta keep them from getting their grubby mitts on Groundbreaker. She's our mess. Probably. Every once in a while, we get these snippets of radio chatter. Edna shows them to me. Some man hooting and hollering about the light in us all. Claims he's transmitting from Monarch, but who knows if that's true. Might be true. Might be some new trick from the board.
Okay.
Anytime, sweetheart. You know where to find me.
Gut, dann gehen wir jetzt trotzdem mal noch zu dem... Da war ich schon, genau. Hier hinten hin. Gucken, was wir da noch abgreifen können.
CNP near maple syrup.
Du hast deine Wahl getroffen, als du den Vertrag von Spacer's Choice unterschrieben hast. Ich sag's nochmal, der Hut passt irgendwie nicht. Ach, irgendwie habe ich jetzt gerade keine Lust, das vorzulesen. Ich weiß, dass es schlimm ist. Mein Büro ist den Kühlkörpern am nächsten. Ihr könnt euch also vorstellen, warum ich jeden Tag 3-mal duschen will. Mir ist das Problem also durchaus bewusst. Wir suchen schon nach einer Lösung mit Hochdruck. Mit allem, was uns zur Verfügung steht. Es ist ein mechanisches Problem und dafür gibt es eine mechanische Lösung. In der Zwischenzeit bekommt ihr alle zusätzliche Wasserrationen und legt regelmäßig Pausen ein. Ihr habt es euch verdient. Wenn ihr dringend einen kühleren Ort sucht, sprecht den nächsten Ingenieur an, fragt ihn, wo die Luftzirkulation besonders gut ist. Suche moralisch flexiblen Spacer mit Andockerlaubnis in Stellar Bay. Bezahlung im Austausch gegen legales Bergungsgut. Details nach Auftragsannahme. Ausstehende Haftbefehle, vergangene Verurteilungen, wir stellen keine Fragen. Unsere Hintergrundprüfungen filtern kriminelle Elemente raus. Glaubhafte Abstreitbarkeit ist die Vorgehensweise von Sublight. Weitere Details bei Lilia Hagen im Lagerhaus neben dem Spreadwurst-Restaurant, 2. Etage. Okay, hat sich ja gelohnt, dass ich hier durchgeklickt habe, weil wir eine neue Quest bekommen haben. Das Büro und das Firmengelände von Halcyon Holdings sind ausschließlich für die Abwicklung offizieller Vorstandsangelegenheiten vorgesehen. Personen, die Vorstandseigentum unrechtmäßig gebrauchen, werden entsprechend abgestraft. Zum Vorstandseigentum gehören unter anderem das Büro von Halcyon Holdings, hier auf der Groundbreaker, der Platz direkt vor meinem Schreibtisch, der Platz direkt hinter meinem Schreibtisch, mein Eingangsbereich, mein Liegeplatz und, was am wichtigsten ist, meine Treppe. Vielen Dank für die Kooperation. Udom Bedford, zertifizierter Vermittler. Erst, ich möchte noch anmerken, dass der Nächste, den ich beim Trinken auf der Treppe vor der Botschaft erwische, Bekanntschaft mit einer unwertlichen Seite einer Luftschleuse machen könnte. PPS, ich muss diese Ankündigung bereits zum 3. Mal veröffentlichen und es hängt mir wirklich zum Hals raus. Mit Einverständnis des Vorstands werde ich ungebührlichem Verhalten ohne zu zögern nachgehen. Wen ich erwische, der kann mit einer angemessenen Bestrafung rechnen. Felix Millstone. Okay.
CNP Borstwurst. It's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst.
It's not the best, it's... Nee, it's not the best choice, it's...
Put a couple of bits in
Space choice. So, schauen wir hier mal rein.
Oh, neat. They got stuff in here I ain't seen in ages.
Wir haben schon wieder einen Auftragnehmer an ein UDL-Kampfschiff verloren. Das ist eure tägliche Erinnerung, dass seriöse Auftragnehmer nicht vor den Behörden Reißaus nehmen. Und wir sind seriös. Bleibt ruhig. Zeigt eure Dokumente und wenn ihr trotzdem vor Gericht landen solltet, boxe ich persönlich euch wieder raus. Hat einer von euch Hawthorne in letzter Zeit gesehen? Ich könnte jemanden gebrauchen, auf den ich mich verlassen kann. Im Gegensatz zu den meisten von euch Spreads spült Catherine Sublight regelmäßig Geld in die Kasse. Ab heute bis zu dem Tag, an dem ich was anderes sage, ist sie sozusagen eine Erweiterung meines Schreibtischs. Ihr macht, was sie sagt. Und da wir gerade dabei sind, Tobias, ich will meinen Schreibtisch erweitern. Meine Scanner haben mir verraten, dass die Marlets ein Schiff eines Freischaffenden beschlagnahmt haben, weil sich der Captain daneben benommen hat. Die Crew hat bei Veras so auf den Putz gehauen, dass sie sich bei Freigabegebühren nicht mehr leisten können. Wer immer mir die Bergungsrechte verschafft, darf sich stillschweigend zu mir ins Büro hocken und einem Profi bei der Arbeit zusehen. Einer der unseren hatte einen Zwischenfall mit einem von denen. Wir haben jetzt wieder mal einen Auftragnehmer verloren. Habe das Schiff verschrottet und ein Zehntel des Ertrags für die Beerdigung verwendet. Ich kümmere mich um meine Leute. Ein kleiner Spread hat mir verraten, dass eine Kiste vergammeltes Zystenschwein in einer Schlucht auf Monarch gelandet ist. Wir sehen, wie viel wir davon verkaufen können. Da wir gerade davon sprechen, keiner ist mehr bei Auntie Cleos Imbus, bis ich es sage. Irgendwas in der Küche ist schlecht geworden. Das nächste Mal, wenn einer von uns ein verlassenes Schiff findet und es außer Dienst nimmt, sollte er besser ein Bodenteam zum Trümmerfeld schicken, bevor die Plünderer aufkreuzen und uns alles wegschnappen. Wir mögen Schrottsammler sein, aber wir sind keine Aasfresser. Okay. Okay, hier kommen wir jetzt wahrscheinlich zu Lilia Hagan.
Hey, Mr. Vicar. Do you ever get a little bit homesick for Edgewater? That ocean stink.
No, I do not.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers. You the one flying the unreliable? Sure you are. Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door. Sure am. A few years back, they got me started on simple acquisitions. You know those latches they put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn? These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
Okay.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office. Saves me the work of hunting you down. Lilia Hagan, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations. I'm guessing you already know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come. A little advice. Before you start telling lies, get a feel for who you're talking to. It's nice to see the Unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere. Is Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told Hawthorne to restore that smartass to factory settings. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings, but there's a catch.
Just like in the serials.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? I like that initiative, but ease back on the throttle. Gladys at the Rest and Go might have what you need. If there's anything else, be quick about it. Time is bits. These days, the scrap business all but runs itself. Gives me the time to expand our interests into other sectors, where I can let my hair down. Our field is persuasive acquisitions. At least that's how my legal advisors tell me to phrase it. Not all of our salvage is abandoned when we find it. Sometimes it takes a polite conversation and a shot across the bow. You know, legal formalities. Good girl. Knew you'd understand. Hey, careful with the C word around here. I like to keep things above board, and that kind of talk only makes trouble. Sublight occupies a legal blind spot. No one knows what we're licensed to do, and that gives our little business some freedom. But let's not tempt fate. Very. I have this thing about numbers in spreadsheets, grids in general. I like to think of myself as the last honest businesswoman in Halcyon, but I'll settle for being the most organized one. Ask. I have nothing to hide.
Okay.
Nice seeing you. Make sure you aren't followed on your way out.
Also da müssen wir nochmal zurück, sobald wir die Schlüsselkarte haben. Ihr wisst schon, sobald wir nach Stellar Bay dürfen. Navigationsschlüssel. Gut, aber wir machen hier Schluss. Ich danke euch fürs Zuschauen. Wenn es euch gefallen hat, lasst mir ein Like und ein Abo da. Schreibt was Nettes in die Kommentare. Und dann sehen wir uns in der nächsten Folge wieder bei The Outer Worlds. Tschüss.